Hinemura was the daughter of a great chief who lived along the shores of Lake Rotorua. She was very beautiful. Tutanekai was one of her admirers, but he knew that though he was of good birth, his rank was not high enough for Hinemura's father to accept him as his daughter's husband. Tutanekai hid his love for Hinemura for a long time. He saw her only when there were great meetings of the tribe, for his home was far across the water on Mokoia Island in the middle of Lake Rotorua. Now Hinemura also did fall in love with Tutanekai, but she too hid her love. At last, after many meetings, which only the eyes had spoken, he sent a message to Hinemura, and she cried happily. When Tutanekai asked Hinemura to leave her home and come to him, she agreed. At night, he said, "When you hear the sound of the flute across the water, it is I. Come in your canoe." Every night, Tutanekai sat on the high hill and played his flute, the wind carrying his music across the lake to Hinemura's home. But Hinemura didn't come. Her people had suspected her intention, and they had pulled all the canoes high up onto the shore. Every night Hinemura heard the sound of the lover's flute and wept because she could not go to him. Eventually she wondered if it was possible to swim across to Tutanekai. Hinemura took 6 hollow gourds and fastened them to her body to buoy her up. The night was very dark and the great lake was cold. Her heart was beating with terror, but the flute played on. She stood on the rock by the shore, and there she left her garments, entered the water, and began to swim. In the darkness she could not land, having only Tutanekai flute to guide her, and led her by the sweet sound. She arrived at last to the island. At the place where she landed, she found a hot pool and went in to warm herself, for she was trembling with cold. Just then Tutanekai happened to feel thirsty and walked to the side of the pool, calling out, "Where's the fellow who is in the pool?" From a hiding spot under the overhanging rocks at the edge of the pool, Hinemura knew by his voice it was him. She rose up from the water as beautiful and naked as she was. A surprised Tutanekai threw his cloak over her and took her to his house. According to the custom of those days, they were man and wife.